Workington train station. We're leaving for Amarillo in Texas. It was such a rush. It all happened quickly, and we just didn't plan it that way. We just didn't want to plan it that way, if you like. None of that really was planned by us, but by the Lord. And we're leaving this country in a couple of days. We're going now to London and stay there for a couple of nights and then fly. It was such a rush to pack up everything. We've got so many cases and suitcases and briefcases and stuff to carry with just the bare essentials and the things that we need on the road. And after that, we have to see what will happen. Today was a busy day. I went to, first of all, to drop off Stacy at the train station with all these luggage, because I had to do 2 or 3 runs to the train station to drop her off, because they wouldn't all fit in my car. And after that, I had to go and pick up some stuff, like mails and things like that from our old address, and drop off some of our items at the storage unit where we store our belongings. Again, bare minimal belongings. We've done away with the furniture and everything. We've literally given them away. We've tried to sell lots of them, but you can't really call them selling, because the prices weren't really even a fraction of the prices we paid for those things. And so we got rid of a lot of stuff during the last few days at the storage unit, and then we still had to pack up our house, where we stay, where we were house sitting, and move more stuff to the storage unit, pack them there. And then in the meantime, Stacy and kids came to the train station by the train from our house to this station, because our train goes from here. So they were waiting here while I had to go there to the storage unit, drop off my stuff, and then go see a friend of ours who owns a garage and repairs cars and stuff like that. He's a mechanic, and he accepted to take the ownership of our car, because it was such a rush that we didn't have enough time to sell the car. So he accepted to do that, to take the ownership and sell it in his time, and transfer the money, whatever it might be. So only today I had to do a lot of things like that, and you can imagine the stress, the heaviness, the doubts, the apprehensions, feelings, and all the things that goes with it when you move, when God moves you and you want to leave the country where you've spent most of your life there to another country. This is not new to us, because we've done this before, and maybe that was a training ground for us. Now we're doing again under different surrounding and circumstances. About 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, we had no idea we would go to Amarillo. We would fly to Amarillo in 3 weeks' time. We had absolutely no idea, and we were looking to buy a house here in England. After we sold our house and we were house sitting, we were under the impression that the Lord wants us to have a base here and maybe a base in America. But things suddenly changed. A change of desire suddenly came to both of us, and suddenly we realized we're doing the not the wrong thing, but we're doing things maybe backward, and we should do it this way. So we decided to leave the house sitting earlier than expected, and now we have to actually inform the landlady that we are leaving. The landlady also contacted us and said that she was unexpectedly coming back to see us and to see the house and everything, not to take over, but to just have a visit and then go back to where she wants to go. And that only happened about last week, maybe less than a week, a few days ago. And we wanted to tell her that we are actually planning to leave earlier, but we hadn't actually had the tickets yet, and we weren't 100% sure how we want to plan this, because we were thinking of going to Spokane in Washington. We bought this property in Texas, but we were planning to go to Spokane or Boise in Idaho. Why? I'll tell you why. Because our American driving licenses, both of mine and my wife's, are expiring. Mine hasn't expired yet, but Stacy's has expired, and with the laws of Idaho, they can still be valid. They can still be not valid. They can still be renewed in a year time. So we still wanted to go there to Boise and do the renewal of our driving licenses, and from there also wire money to the title company to take the ownership of that house, because they were accepting cashier's check. Finally, we managed to talk to the title company, and they accepted. They said they would accept the cashier's check. So today, the money is being transferred to them. Well, not transferred. The check will be sent to them, and so there's no need for us to go to Idaho, because our bank was in Idaho, and in order for us to wire money, we would have to be literally present there at the branch to wire the money. So to do that, we wanted to actually, we were planning to fly to Idaho, or maybe go to Spokane, because Spokane almost borders Idaho, and we could just go there and do the wiring of the money, because also Spokane has a couple of our bank branches, so we could also just go there to wire the money from there, from one of the branches in Spokane, and then travel to Idaho, half an hour or an hour maximum to the nearest town and renew Stacy's driving license. And then once we've done all that, then we would either drive, buy a car, drive to Texas, or fly to Texas one way, and then basically go to our home. But things didn't work that way, and so we decided to, instead of going to Spokane or Boise, we decided to just go directly to Texas, Amarillo, Texas, and from there take things from there, basically. So that's the plan. Things changed quite drastically over the past few days, and this is where we are now. So we're here waiting for the train to take us to Carlisle, and from Carlisle to London, and after that we stayed there a couple of nights, and then hopefully from there I'll have another video to catch up and update you soon. Until then, God bless and see you soon. Bye. Well, we got on the train. It's just past.
We will shortly be arriving at Airport.
It's just about 4:30 Wednesday, and about maybe 3 hours ago we didn't even know if we could make it to the train, make it to London, whether or not we could wrap up everything and manage the whole thing. But praise the Lord, we are here now. We wrapped up everything very quickly. We got here, and on our way, on our first leg of the journey, a long journey to Amarillo. What I want to say is that we've had a lot of ups and downs in the last couple of weeks. Lots of changes in our plans in a very, very short period of time, and we had to adjust our life accordingly. It just makes me think about how the Lord says to Abraham, pick up everything, get up, pick up everything and move.
This is
And
Maryport.
he just moved, and it's just like that. We read the story and we just think nothing about it, but when it's your own life and you go through all that, you just think how much stress you have to go through, how many things you have to adjust, how many people will be involved in your move, and how many people's decisions are involved, and how much their decision can affect your decision. So whatever, let's say,
This
for
is the
instance,
northern service to Carlisle.
only
The
2
next
days ago
stop is
I
Aspatria.
asked this mechanic friend of mine to take the ownership of my car and sell it when he can, and transfer the money and take a percentage of it for himself. Imagine if he said, no, I can't do that. To some of you it might be no problem, but a car would be there without anywhere to park it, and we would have to still carry on with the road tax. We would have to do all the paperwork with it. We would have to keep up the insurance and everything, and the car would just sit somewhere in the middle of nowhere in the street or off the street somewhere. A lot of things could happen, but the Lord made our path easier, and people favored us and did favors for us, and did favors to us, and so we managed to make it, at least make it to the first leg of our journey. But like I said, imagine if that didn't happen, and that's just one little fraction of it. Imagine if the title company said, that's it, you have to wire the money and we don't accept a cashier's check, which is what they said to begin with. And that would mean we would have to actually go to a state that has a branch of our bank, and then wire the money, and then after that fly again to our destination. So you can see how much someone's decision can affect your decision making, how much knock-on effect it has in your life. It's the same with everything else. And we read over and over in the Bible stories over stories of men and women of faith who do things by faith, not by sight. Move by faith, not by sight. And go where the Lord leads them. Sometimes the Lord wants you to go somewhere, and you know that, and you know He wants you to move, but not at your timing. He's got His own timing. And sometimes you want something so bad, you beat down the door to open the door that God has shut, and He's not opening because there is a danger behind it. There is something behind it. He doesn't want you to get there. But when the right time comes, the right door opens, and all the other doors shut, all the other windows shut, and only the right path opens, and you just have to persevere, listen to the voice of the Lord, and be attentive to His voice, and be persistent in your dreams, in your visions, the dreams and visions that the Lord has put in your heart, not the dreams and wishes that you have. It's not about wishful thinking, it's about having the right desire, the desire that the Lord has put in your heart. Because that way the Lord Himself will fulfill it, will fulfill the desires of your heart. As I said, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or we didn't even know we were going to America this fast and this soon. We were planning different things, longer term, and we were planning to buy a property here before we go, so we could move our stuff into the property and then go there, because that feels safer, that feels comfortable, that feels better for you. When you think about it, when you put yourself in that situation, you can see and feel what I'm talking about. But when you're not there, it's all just another story that you can hear and forget about tomorrow. So what are you saying, Terry? Well, what I'm saying is you have to keep up with the dreams and visions that the Lord gives you, and keep dreaming them. Keep focused. Keep being focused on the dreams and visions that the Lord has given you, the desires He's put in your heart since probably childhood, and they will come to pass. And don't worry about people's decisions. If somebody's decision make a little change in your plans, is most likely for the best, because the Lord has planned them all, and the Lord knows the hearts of men, and He knows what they will think and they will do. So He's got provisions for you. Keep up with your dream. Dream on. Persevere. And be faithful. The Lord is always faithful, and He will fulfill His promises. God bless you. Bye. Alright, this is the road now from Amarillo to Spearman. We're heading towards Spearman in Texas. We got to the Amarillo airport the other night after 2 hours of delay in Denver. Finally we got on the plane. We landed in Amarillo, they said, we don't have a room. Now you have to argue with them. I've already booked a room. I've made a reservation. And they say, no, there is no room available. We can see you've reserved a book, or we've reserved a room, but all the rooms are full. And so we just couldn't understand it. If it's booked, it is booked for us. How can it be booked for other people? Anyway, they said the system was slow, this and that, and then in the end they put me on hold. And every time I was calling, they were disconnecting me. In the end, I managed to find the direct number of the hotel, because they wouldn't give me. From that third-party company that you find the hotels reserved. Then I talked to the hotel, and they kept me on hold, and they kept connecting and disconnecting, connecting and disconnecting, and all that. And in the end, they said, you've reserved a room that's a smoker room. Well, I'm not a smoker. I didn't book a smoker room. So they said, well, this is the only room we have available. So anyway, again, we just decided to go ahead and go to that smoker room. We had no other choice. And so they sent us a shuttle. And we got in there. We went there. It was absolutely stinking and horrible. We even asked them to change the sheets and all that, but they were reluctant to do that. In the end, they did it, and we slept the night. Then the next day, we decided to actually get out of that hotel and go to another one. But by the time we were ready to get out, it was 1 p.m. in Ireland. And so they were charging us for 2 nights. Although they stayed 1 night, but because it was past the checkout time, 11, they were charging us 2 nights. So we just decided to stay there. When we went back, we took another room. It was a non-smoking room, and we stayed the night. Now, in the meantime, we went and hired the car, which is this car that we're driving right now, so we can to minimize the cost by maybe going to yard sales and thrift stores, those kind of places. So this is what we're doing now, going to Amarillo to see if we can